with people you know.
Thank you for sticking with us here this week on The Local Show, a show just for you each week, locals. But we do love it, visitors and part-time residents, if you tune in, because we have such great locals in this valley. And we were talking off camera, guys. I mean, this valley is so loaded with inspirational people. And what you guys are doing is, to me, is some of the most inspirational. Because helping the people who need help the most, Will, is like, I mean, can you project yourself into that spot and kind of feel that already? Like, I mean, kind of that inner joy that generates?
I feel like that's what this trip is going to do for me. It's going to allow me to put myself in their shoes and just feel what they're feeling. And if I have a chance to help anybody get out of that position and get to something better than what they are, then I would love to take that opportunity.
And did you see, like in this video we're about to show here, like the effect on John? Like when these people were like, these kids were getting supplies, and how John's like, thank you, you know, and they're thanking him like so profusely, and he's thanking them, and you know, I mean, that interaction. Can you kind of place yourself there, and like as the giver, what that feels like?
I mean, that's the whole thing that drew me here, was just being able to feel that just love that people have whenever you give them something that they can't have, even if it's like as simple as, like he was saying, a school uniform. Like, that's incredible.
Yeah. So I mean, to me, that's just so powerful, and we're going to talk more about this, but I call it selfishly giving. We were talking about this as we were organizing this show. But I think let's go to the video, because this is like, there's nothing like it. You know, like a picture is worth 1,000 words. Well, video, this is worth tens of thousands of words, because it's so wonderful. And John, can you just give us a little intro to the video?
I think the part you're going to show is just me with the sisters purchasing the school supplies and then distributing them. Right. So it's pretty simple. It's just that's what we did, and I think that's what we're going to see.
It's kind of like the Philippines edition of going to Costco and then distributing. So without further ado, let's check out this video next.
Okay, we're finally here. We're finally shopping. I'm with the sisters. We're looking at school supplies and maybe some clothes to get the kids into school as well. So this is a great day. Now we are looking at backpacks, just little bags, something to put the school supplies in. Look at this store. You can't even get down the aisle. Okay, so it's coming time to settle the bill, and the sisters are working their calculators really hard. It's pretty funny to see. They both have their own calculator and their own spreadsheet, if you will, and they are making sure everything is right. So here's some of the school supplies that we contributed, and these guys are all volunteers. Right now, they're just working on grade 1, so first grade, and they're doing individual bags of you know, whatever first graders use. It looks like we got some crayons and some notebooks and coloring books, and yeah. So these guys are getting it done. Okay, so we've arrived in San Jose. We got the van full of school supplies, as you can see. These are just some of the children who are going to benefit from your generosity. So here we are at stop number 1 for the distribution. So, you're welcome, honey. We're moving on to grade 3 now. We're moving through here pretty well. The sisters have their well-oiled machine running. Come on. Here we got our backpacks, our uniforms, our school supplies. You're welcome, honey. So we're moving up to grade 3 now over here. So as you guys can see here, we're giving school supplies. The sisters say that we'll be helping 1,315 children in one way or another to get into school this year. So that's a really tremendous thing that you guys are all doing over there, and it's great to be part of St. Mary's and to be part of the Aspen community, knowing that there's so many people that care about these beautiful children.
So John, we were talking, getting ready for this show about that experience that we just saw in the video and how powerful that was. And can you tell a little bit about maybe some of the things that happened off camera, how that affected you?
Well, I mean, I could say it was probably the most powerful and meaningful week of my life, without exaggeration. So,
wow.
Just many, many moments of joy and just being overwhelmed by how much just a couple people with just a little bit of money can do, and what a difference we can all make.
Right.
And it feels pretty good.
I saw something on social media recently about you don't need to be Bill Gates, to make a difference, and I thought that was so beautiful because you took as little as $6,000, but it has like this multiplier effect over there. It obviously it goes a long ways. You were able to help all these kids, 1,300 kids.
1,328. Yeah.
Unbelievable. Yeah. But what you have coming up is even bigger.
That's right. We're really excited about the mission coming up in 2 weeks. This will be over the top.
So let's talk a little bit about the mission itself, and then we're going to lead into the fundraiser that will fuel that mission.
Great. We have 3 things kind of planned for this mission. There's a couple of great things. One of the great things is we support the orphanage for the sisters in Tacloban with about 25 kids. So when we were there last year, the playground was not a good playground. It was maybe one of the worst I've ever seen. It was just concrete that was all falling apart. It wasn't safe. It wasn't fun. It wasn't appropriate, really, for 25 children. So we thought, well, we're going to change this. And so that's one of the things we wanted to do was make a safe and fun playground. So we're putting in a rubber flooring and putting in a proper playground set. We've already had a crew working there for 3 weeks on the ground, demoing what's there, getting everything all prepped and ready. So
nice. That's
going to be really exciting. One other thing that's going to be amazing is because we're teaming with the Missionaries of Charity, Mother Teresa's sisters. I don't know if everyone knows, Mother Teresa will be canonized a saint in Rome on September 4th. And in celebration of that, there'll be a huge feast in Tacloban. The sisters are having this celebration. They've asked us to be part of it. And we're going to feed 3,000 people at this celebration.
Wow.
3,000 people living in poverty. So it's going to be amazing.
What an amazing tie-in, because like this, literally the sainthood of Mother Teresa combined with this feeding of all these people and the poorest of the poor, right? I mean, you're talking about people as literally virtually have nothing. They were wiped out, whether it was the typhoon or otherwise, or repercussions from the typhoon. Right. But 3,000 people, I mean, what's that going to be like? That's crazy.
We don't even know. When I met with Sister and she had the idea and asked us to come for this, I asked how many people are we talking about, and I thought maybe like 100 or 200, and when she said 3,000, my mouth just dropped.
Wow.
And so we didn't know how much that would cost, and of course everything is much more affordable there. So it's just really exciting to be part of it.
Wow. And so to fuel that mission, you guys are having you've already raised some funds, correct?
Right, yes.
And that's been driven through St. Mary's Church,
yes,
primarily?
That's right, yes.
But this is a non-denominational event, and it's coming up on Thursday, August 25th from 6 to 8 p.m. at Karen Cribb's house, which is actually not too far from here,
Right.
at Grassroots TV on the West End. And tell people a little bit about the Toast to the Philippines.
This is our fundraiser, one of the fundraisers. We've been having pancake breakfasts and raising funds in all sorts of different ways, and this is our big one. And like you said, non-denominational. It is through St. Mary's, but we're including the whole community. It's not just a St. Mary's event. As a matter of fact, the Tibetan monks will be there as guests at this party. So it's really exciting that
Very cool.
we're reaching out to the whole community to support these children and
Right.
the sisters. So.
Right. And Will, are you going to be a part of the fundraising event?
Oh yeah, definitely. Trying to get that money together and just, I don't know, getting it all together so we can go.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So are you finding, like, when you talk amongst your peer groups, your peer group, I should say,
Yeah.
do you find kids have interest at this age? Are they showing, like, some interest?
Yeah,
You
I
see some
definitely
effect?
feel like people have interest. They just need the right motivation.
Yeah.
I mean, some people haven't even seen the video, and I feel like if they see this video about like John handing out all that school supplies, like that'll be so inspirational for them.
Right, right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's get in a little bit more because I'm honored to be the MC. That'll be really fun.
It's going to be great to have you.
We're going to do, oh, thank you. I'm honored to be a part of it because it's going to be a fun event. I mean, we're talking about food, drinks, tequila bar, live auction, correct?
Dan Sheridan will be
Music
playing.
with Dan Sheridan. The Tibetan monks, like you mentioned, are going to be there.
Randy Placeris of Aspen Culinary Solutions will be catering. He's a
Awesome.
fantastic chef.
Oh, he's one of the best.
Yeah, so it's going to be a great event.
That is awesome. And tequila bar, that caught my eye.
Yeah.
I might have to wait till after my MC.
Well, maybe a little bit before.
Right, you know what I mean? You want to keep your MC happy at the same time.
right.
Yeah, just not slurring when you're doing a live auction. But go into some of those auction items because there's some special things, right?
We do have some really great items. We have some great artwork. Randy Placeris is doing a dinner for 10 in your home,
Awesome.
which is a great item. We have items from the iPro Center from Tony Bell. Tony Bell is one of the missionaries on this trip.
Okay.
And so he's a big contributor. So there's going to be lots of great ways that people can support. And some of the things that people are going to be able to bid on is the playground itself.
That's right.
We want people to bid on slides, swings, various components of the playground, the flooring, and even the meal that we're serving for the people living in poverty in Tacloban. We want people to sponsor that as well. So those are all things you're going to be able to bid on at the auction.
Wow, that's super cool. And I'd imagine you guys will have obviously pictures and video of those things so the person can actually see
Yes.
the effect.